Hey, baby.
How are you, brother?
Good. I don't know why my speakers are not on the microphone speaker. Hmm. Nope. It's
I
supposed to
can
be
hear
my
you.
headphones.
Can you
Yeah,
hear
I
me?
know, but my speakers are supposed to be my headphones. Let's try again. I said, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Take it. Take another little bit of my heart now, baby. Nope. It's just this.
Doesn't
Whatever.
want to work. Whatever. How are you, my friend?
No, but I can hear you, so I'm good. God, it's crazy. I can't believe I've been here in New York for over a month. I've been here over a month, and tomorrow I leave. Yeah.
What's the next step? What's the next destination?
So I'm spending 4 nights in Atlanta to visit my daughter at college. And then I'm going to Los Angeles because my friend who has a big old house in LA is going to be gone. So I'm going to be there for a while. And then I'm going to go to Mexico City. And then I believe Panama, Buenos Aires, Montevideo, and then up to Medellin in time for the retreat. That's the plan.
What? That's insane.
I
Man,
know.
so the adventure continue, right?
Oh, hell yeah. There's no going backward. There's no going backward. It's not it's not possible.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good to hear. Welcome, everybody. Joel, what's up?
What is up? Hello, everyone. So happy to be here.
Hey, same.
Happy you're here, man. Eldridge, Polly, Caitlin, do you guys have your webcam on?
Don't be shy.
Yeah, okay, there you go. We got one. We're missing two more. What's up, Eldridge?
I
Hey, how are you?
am shy today.
Hey, I'm unshaven.
It's
I look
Friday. I'm working
terrible.
from home. I'm in my PJs.
Hey, PJs are okay. PJs are good. We wanna see the real version with all the mess behind you guys. We're in
I have
family
hat
here.
hair. I have hat hair. I guess she's
All
not
right,
taking the
all
hit.
right. No. Polly, Polly, are you with us?
Yeah, I just woke up, guys, so I'm in the same boat as Caitlin.
All right, all right. All good, all good. Well, guys, welcome to our second edition of the weekly coaching call with your coach, Coach Alex. I'm super excited today because I'm going to be sharing my golden nuggets from the amazing Tony Robbins. So, for those who didn't know, I was at Tony Robbins' live event last weekend, and it was epic, amazing, transformational. It was like, and I was with my wife, so obviously the bonding experience was amazing, amazing on so many levels. So I'm super excited to share a quick presentation that I did for you guys, and obviously it's recorded as well. So it's going to be available on the community, inside the community, for whoever didn't have the time or couldn't make it today. So before we move on, I would love for you guys to present yourself. And maybe we can start with my good old friend Doug, who has way more experience that I do regarding those type of group calls. So he's going to be able to give me some sort of a grade at the end of this call. But please do present yourself to this amazing community.
Yeah, but before I wanna do that, I just want to publicly just say, because I'm always telling people that I am so fucking happy that I met you. You have been such an incredible it was just crazy how I just hired you off of Fiverr, of all fucking places, and then you just jumped in and you helped me to organize all of my thinking, you helped me to streamline everything, and, I literally just thank the universe continually. I won't say every day, but very continually for you because you have really, I mean, I'm not being paid to do a paid thing, but I literally just have to start by acknowledging you because I'm looking at you on my screen, and it just made me so happy to see you today because you've been such a positive force for me. As you know, I gave you a special acknowledgement in my new book for how you helped me. And so anyway, want to start with that. What was the question? Oh, like about me. My name is Doug. I'm the founder of the Nowist Society. It's this weird term that I actually made up a bunch of years ago because I found that for me, so much of the spirituality didn't really speak to me because I don't really relate to the idea of a sky daddy with a beard up in the sky, or a god like caring about our morals and stuff like that. That's not something that I relate to. I totally respect people who do believe that. But I felt that for me, the thing that I could surrender to the most with authentically was the present moment. And so that's when I started doing events, retreats, workshops, webinars, coaching, all around this idea of, how do you quote unquote be here now? Everyone knows that they're supposed to, be in the moment, be here now, and all that kind of stuff. But it's easier said than done. And so my work is really about unpacking this, and I make it really clear to people that I'm nobody's idea of a guru. I'm like a fellow, explorer of this, but I share tips, tricks, and tools and hacks for making this a real, authentic way that you live your life instead of just something that you would buy at Target and a sign that you would hang on the wall like "Be here now."
Amazing. Well, thank you, Doug. And Doug has his new book out. Obviously, is building his society, his community, his movement. I'm super excited to have you on board, brother. Thank you for the kind words. Obviously, it's shared, and super excited to be part of your journey. And you're going to impact so many people in the future. And I'm going to be able, my ego side would be like, oh, I used to be, or I guess I'm the coach of Doug, and da da da. So, brother, I'm super excited to have you on board and to have you in my life as well. And I appreciate those kind words. Okay,
Awesome.
let's go straight to Caitlin.
Hope you guys can. Okay, I hope you can hear me. You can hear me okay? Okay, great.
Yep, yep.
Yes. All right, I guess I'll turn on my camera next time, I promise. But yes, I'm Caitlin. I'm in Houston, Texas. I also just met Alex maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point on Fiverr. And yeah, I'm literally in the beginning stages of building out my own coaching business. I am a senior recruiter with a large oil and gas company. So I really want to build out my business, helping folks in terms of job coaching, resume writing, and then maybe eventually go into more of the life coaching side as well. So I am very excited to have a community to, have support as well, and just ready for the journey to become a entrepreneur.
Amazing.
Nice.
Well, welcome, Caitlin. I'm
Thank
super
you.
happy that you're joining us. Polly, your turn.
Hi everybody, my name is Polly. So I just met Coach Alex like I think last week was our first meeting, so this is my first like week with him and it's been great so far. I am in the very, 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 very beginning stages of starting my own business. I have been working for myself though for like 5 years now as a content creator. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm really excited to be part of this group and to learn from him and learn from you guys as well.
Welcome, Polly. We're super glad you're here. Eldridge, your turn.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I thought I was having technical difficulties. I've been working with Coach Alex for a while now. I am a student. I live close to you, Natalie. Or Caitlin. I'm around like an hour out from Houston.
Okay.
And I'm working as a yeah. I live in Galveston on the beach, so it's been pretty nice. We're finally ending tourist season. But I'm a PhD student, and Coach Alex has helped me a lot with pushing past kind of internal barriers and walls, with struggling with motivation and things like that. So I'm looking to be done with my degree soon, and hoping to keep on improving myself and finish this research project strong.
Amazing. Well, welcome back, Eldridge. It has been a while, but I'm super glad that you're here today. And Galveston, is it Galveston? How do you spell it?
Galveston, Galveston.
I think I've heard like Charles Barkley making jokes of this place, and there was some sort of a fight with Beyonce's family or whatnot because they're from that area. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, yeah. I think Beyonce's mom is from Galveston, and then Beyonce's from Houston. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, he was like,
There's a very famous Jimmy Webb song, Galveston, oh Galveston.
I'll need to look into that. That's the first I heard of it.
Oh, it's a great song. Glenn Campbell made a big hit out of it, but it's a Jimmy Webb song.
amazing, amazing. Well, welcome back, brother. And Joel, last one.
Hi, everyone. I'm super happy to be here with all of you guys. Doug, I'll have to take you up on the offer. I need to find out a little bit more about your book. It resonates a lot with me. My name is Joel Rivera. I am in St. Cloud, Florida. It's a little suburb right outside of Orlando, if you're wondering where the heck that is. And so I come from a background of nonprofit management. And so I have my own kind of boutique consulting coaching business where I provide services to nonprofit organizations. One of the newest endeavors that I have that Coach Alex has been helping me with for the past couple of months, I've been working with Coach Alex. It's been amazing. Has been integrating AI and more efficiencies into nonprofit organizations with the limited resources. So that's an area that I'm continually growing. I'm also Eldridge in an EDD program, so I'm in the same boat of doing research and getting my doctorate in education there, and so a lot of spinning wheels, and Coach Alex has been instrumental in helping me organize my thoughts and helping my ADHD kind of stay in line with a lot of focuses. So I'm happy to be here.
Amazing. Well, happy you're here, brother. Okay, so let's start. And obviously, this platform is something new for me and for you guys, obviously. So hopefully we're not gonna have any problem. So I'm gonna start sharing the screen. Everybody sees my screen right now? Yeah, cool, amazing. So, obviously this is related to that, again, that weekend with Tony Robbins, and a big part of it was their hero journey, right? So I'm going to share a little bit, kind of like my personal golden nuggets, and how I took the um informations, and how I can kind of like help you guys taking actions, and kind of like digest it and make it part of your daily routine, or your weekly challenges, if it makes sense. So since Eldridge is working on his Spanish, I would love for you to tell us the what is it in Spanish? What are you seeing here?
Okay, the hero's journey, tu viaje de transformación, the journey to
Oy!
transformation.
Eso.
Hey, how was
Hey,
that?
hey, perfect, perfect, perfect. That was
I've
awesome.
been practicing.
So obviously your transformative journey, right? Uh, if your life was a movie, what stage would you be in right now? Uh-huh. So here we have, I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm gonna read it for you guys. So ordinary
If
world,
you if
something
you move
fills up.
the if you move the sidebar, the ChatGPT sidebar, then you might be able to we might be able to see more of it.
Um, can I put it full screen
Or
here?
not.
I'm not sure, Doug, to be honest, but can you guys see enough? Is it too, or can I put it
It's good.
bigger? Oh,
There you
I think
go.
we're good. Better?
Perfecto.
Ah, there you go. There you go. So, guys, instead of reading all of them, I'm gonna give you guys a minute to look at all the informations, and at the end of the minute, I'm gonna ask you guys where you guys are at in this journey, in this season of your life, and look a little bit kind of like further and behind of where you think you are, and let's try to connect the dots when it comes down to kind of like the hurdles that were behind us, that you're actually facing in this present moment, and the future one you're going to be facing moving forward, and trying to digest the informations right now. All right. Does someone wants to start and kind of like connect the dots with his current situations with what you guys are seeing on the screen?
I kind of want to go first because just seeing this is so crazy. Like, I was just talking to my friend yesterday about being in the refusal to call and then like finding you. So just seeing this, like, even gave me chills. I would say that right now, I was really deep in the refusal to call. I felt a lot of fear because this is me starting my first business. And then that's when I found you. And then we had a chat about how I'm like committed to not going back and changing who I am, my limiting beliefs and that stuff. So it's really crazy to see.
Amazing. And I'm inviting you to look a little bit further to
Hmm.
number 4, 5, and 6, and even up to 9, to understand that this is the path. And obviously this is a little bit of a broad perspective, but the meaning and what are we doing today is to connect the dots and to understand that this is a journey, and it comes with bumps and bruises, and it's a roller coaster ride, but it's kind of cool to realize, and I'm glad that you're connecting the dots for you, and it does make sense. But it's all about kind of like having looking at the forest instead of literally being right in front of the tree and not realizing what's going on in a way. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, this was really great to just sort of do an overview because I can map exactly like, you know, number 1, 2 years ago in my marriage, something's just been off for a really long time, and then the call to adventure, the challenge or the desire, to have a better marriage, and then, the fear and the doubt of doing something about it, and then ultimately my spouse being like, "No, I'm not going to make a better marriage," and then having the marriage, like, be be over suddenly, like the Hindenburg just, like, exploding, and then the guidance appearing, which was, you know, then, "Okay, well, if you're not gonna be married anymore, why don't you do what it is that you started out doing that was your passion, that you wanna do with your life?" And then, committing to that. And then, of course, all of the obstacles possible came up. And then I had to be incredibly, um, I had to let go of the whole person that I thought that I was, or the person that people thought that I was, you know, and that was a death, an absolute death of my old self without a doubt. And out of the death of that old self and that old life that was 20 years of just like, you know, just inauthenticity. There was a big breakthrough, and I got real clear about what exactly I was doing. I was building the Now Society. I was writing a book. I was, you know, doing courses. And then I had that very clear breakthrough. And now I'm at this place where I'm just sharing it all. I'm sharing all that I've learned with the intention of seeing if I can help other people to avoid, I mean, I'm going to be 64 years old in a couple months, and I feel like, there's so much that I have learned that I would love to go into a time machine and be like, "No, dude, don't do that." But you can't do that, and everything happens for a reason, or well, I don't know about that, but let's put it this way, a reason happens for everything, and the reason that I'm giving is that I can, maybe, uh, point out to some people that maybe that are younger than me or whatever and be like, hey, I got just so you know, watch where you're going right there because where you're about to put your foot, yeah, I put my foot in that and broke my leg. So I feel like I've done all. I'm at stage 9 in this journey, and it's great to just look at it and reflect on it.
Amazing, amazing. Guys, Eldridge, Joel.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this was really it's a great parallel to I guess what we all experience and probably is why all of us relate to these characters in movies and literature that follow this path. What struck out to me was step 4 because when I look at my hero's journey, I think of my progress getting this degree, and I have a literal mentor that's assigned to me at the beginning, and she's great at doing science, and she's incredibly intelligent. But I feel like the mentor that I found in Alex was something completely different, which is really what I needed. So I guess mentors come in a lot of different ways. There's oftentimes not just one, and um, because I guess we're all going on multiple journeys at one time, right? In terms of my professional journey, I'm towards 7 and 8, but with my personal journey, figuring out myself, figuring out routines, self transformation, it's more of like a 3, 4, 5.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Joel.
Yeah, that was powerful. I just wanted to relate there that I can also relate to number 4, meeting the mentor when I met Coach Alex, and I think right now, if I had to look at where I'm at right now in terms of the reasonings why I came to look for guidance, is I would probably say I'm at a 5. We've been doing a lot of work on really committing and not looking back at things, and having those barriers and obstacles. So there's kind of a connection between 5 and 6 with the obstacles and inner demons, and they always creep up, and trying to figure out like where does that die. I would say I'm not yet at a 7 where my ego dies. My ego still gets in the way, and I can punish myself sometimes, and be hard on yourself. And just most recently, I remember having a conversation with Alex, and I came to him with like, this is the way I'm seeing everything. And he's like, you're seeing it all wrong. Like, have you looked at it from this way? And I was like, oh, in that case, that sounds really good. So I probably am and still working on the ego side, but I would say I'm in the testing, and crossing that threshold, and trying not to go back, because I think that's the hardest thing, is
Mm.
setting those goals, and putting yourself in a place where you want to make the change, and then it's that one little thing that triggers you to take 2 steps back to your old self, and that can really set you back. So I'm trying to commit and not go back.
Amazing. Thanks for sharing.
I
Okay.
thought it was just me. I thought it was just me that Alex can be so boldly, slightly insulting.
Oh no, no, no. Alex will look at me
Hey,
and be like, "What the fuck are you thinking?"
I,
Which I actually, that's my style. I actually appreciate that kind of approach, so it works out for me.
I love it. I love it. He's
it's
like,
my
no,
French
no, I'm not
Canadian
buying
side.
that.
Eh?
I'm like,
Thanks for sharing, brother. Caitlin.
Hey, I changed my browser, so now I'm on my laptop, so hopefully you can still hear me. But
Yeah.
this is good to see, and I think I definitely relate with Polly on the, kind of seeing this in the at 3 right now, and still in the fear, doubt and procrastination, but now I'm moving towards number 4 and ready to, be able to get to that point of committing and not going back. So obviously that's why we're all here, hopefully to transform and continue to rise up that threshold. So yeah, that would be where I am today, but that doesn't mean I'll be there for long, hopefully.
It's gonna happen for you. I know. And thanks for sharing. And obviously when you look at number 3, 4, 5, and 6, for me, when we think about fear, doubt, procrastinations, and then obstacles and our inner demons, like this is kind of like the rough part in a way. Yes, there's guidance, yes, there's mentoring, coaching, but we still have to commit. We still have to update our iOS, heal, grow, to then being able to fully commit in a way, right? So for me, I feel that I was at number 5 couple of months ago, I'd say a year or two. Now I'm fully committed. I still have my obstacles. I still have my ego. Obviously, I have some breakthroughs, clarity, power. I feel I'm navigating between 6 to 9 right now, and my goal is to be fully in the 9, right? To really share with you guys, and to serve you and to contribute. We're going to talk about the contribution a little bit later, but thanks guys for sharing everything with the group, and obviously it starts with your own self, right? So the Wizard of Oz analogy. So this is a movie for those younger members. I'm not going to spend too much time here, but if you guys are really connecting with the hero journey, and the last kind of like exercise we just we just did, watching that movie, you're going to connect the dots on many levels, right? And there's a lot of movies, books that helps you connect the dots, but this is a good one that Tony Robbins was talking about. And to be honest with you guys, I haven't watched it, I think, ever, so it's something that it's on my to-do list for sure. Okay, the 6 human needs. Then again, I want you guys to look at those right now, and I want you guys to write down, what are you focusing on, the top 2, top 3 out of those 6 right now in this season of your life. So what is the focus for you guys? Is it certainty, variety, significance, love, connection, growth, or contribution? And be honest with yourself. Truly figure out exactly what are you focusing on as far as your current needs. And we're going to discuss what it means to your growth, what it means to this little part of your journey, and what would be ideal for you guys to kind of like pivot or to put your compass towards maybe a different focus in a way. So think about 2 to 3 that are the present focus for you guys, and maybe think about 2 or 3 that you would love to focus a bit more. For whatever reason, it's not part of your thoughts, your actions, your daily routine, and that could be something that could change things for you guys. And if you don't know yet, we're going to share with everybody today, so that might give you a different perspective. But for now, your top 3 that you're currently feeling right now, that you're prioritizing. And is there 1 or 2 or 3 different ones that you would love to kind of like shift um, over this season of your life? So guys, while you finish, I'm gonna share mine. Um, so I really dig deep, and I realized that I think for myself, I was kind of on the right direction, because I feel that this season of my life, I'm focusing on growth, on contribution. But the third element that is a big change, and it's something that I put an intention on a daily basis since last weekend. Um, the third one was uh, significance. When it comes down to my post on this groups, or me posting on my YouTube channel, obviously you look for comments, for likes, for new members. So this is something that we're human, and I'm just being honest with myself, honest with you guys. And it's something I want to put to the side. And I always tell you guys, focus on the input, focus on just do the work. Don't think about the output or the outcome or whatever people are gonna think of all of those things. And for me, the biggest golden nuggets here is love. Uh, and I felt ashamed a little bit by not having love in my top 3, because I was so focused on growth, contribution, and thinking that, oh, this is what matters the most. This is the spiritual journey in a way. But for me, love should always be number 1. And this is the foundations of being able to do the contributions and to grow. And it was towards my wife, my family, my community, and obviously towards you guys as well when I coach you. So yeah, I felt that love was not part the main focus, and for me, it should always be on top of the what matters for me. So somebody else want to share the current and kind of like a pivot, something that would make more sense for you guys in this season of your life. Doug?
Yeah. So, well, as you know, Alex, a year ago, I sold my house and gave away everything that I owned. If it doesn't fit in a small suitcase in the overhead compartment or my backpack, it was gone. And I'm talking like 25 pairs of shoes. I'm talking suits. I'm talking like art collected around the world, all gone, all given away, donated, or sold on Facebook Marketplace. Because what I really needed in my life and still need is variety, adventure, adventure, change, surprise. This at this point in my life, after 20 years of a very prescribed life as a dad and a husband and an SUV owner, with no real risk happening in my life, I really I really needed to shake it up. And in fact, I just had what I call my year of living dangerously. So variety is a super important need for me right now in my life. Growth, I'm always interested in evolving, expanding, learning. What the Buddhists would call beginner's mind. I love being a beginner. I love, I travel the world. I'm homeless. I'm a nomad. I've lived in 20 countries over the past 12 months. And I really try to spend a decent amount of time staying at youth hostels, just so I can like drill all the young people. Like, what apps are you using? Where have you gone? What beaches have you discovered? Like, what do I need to know? I'm very much I'm really into growth. And then, of course, contribution. As I said earlier, I really want to be able to be like offer something, synthesize everything that I've learned from the long list of mistakes that I've made, and see if I can then, offer it to something. I'm very interested in that. But I have to say, Alex, that the reason why love is not on there is because these are all about love to me.
Mm.
um, Variety, changing up my life, and having adventures, and living dangerously is about love, a love for life. This growth, this passion for learning new things. This is also just a love of I would say a love of my personality, maybe. This character, what is he learning? I'm into him and what he's learning. I love him. And then contribution is just another way of telling people that you love them by sharing, going through the trouble of whatever it is, writing a book, building a coaching practice, uh, getting a PhD because you want to eventually contribute something. These are all expressions of love. And so that's, to me, when you were talking, I thought, yeah, this is all about love to me. And then in terms of uh, the one where I'm at right now, I would say, yeah, love. It's love.
Amazing, amazing. Well, it's all about, what you connect with, and as long as you're happy with your trajectory and you don't feel like you're neglecting things that should be part of the equations or should be part of your focus or what you're living on a daily basis, according to me, it's all good. Guys, I would let's go a little bit faster, and Doug, don't feel bad about just opening up. This is not I want you to be
I
to
don't feel
feel
bad. I don't feel bad.
so
Tell
guys,
me
if you want
more.
to share if you want to share something that was present as your top three and won't be moving forward, at least for this season of your life, because you're replacing it with something else. If you guys want to share just one or two things that was like, you know what, this was a need, but that need is not serving me. Is not serving me for this season of my life, and I'm replacing for this. So, Joel, is there something you want to replace right now?
Sure. Yeah. So right now, I think one of the things that I want to replace is certainty. There's this comfort, safety, stability that I seem to always try to gravitate to, becomes the comfort zone. And so I'd love to ultimately bring that to variety, where variety can, maybe I can live in 20 countries in 12 months. That would be really cool to do. But I think most importantly, one of the areas that I want to focus on in the upcoming chapter is probably that love connection piece. Probably more not so much on the love, because I agree with Doug that it's kind of embedded in a lot of the different areas, but I think that connection piece is really important. And so I'm trying to incorporate a little bit more connection with my community and just what I'm offering, which connects back to contribution, and hope that I can continuously grow. So it's almost like they're all connected in some way, or after one, the other, you tap into the next realm of things. So that's me.
Amazing, amazing. Eldridge.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, and I would probably replace significance with growth. Significance is something that I've emphasized lately, and it's something that I feel, but it isn't something that I think is pushing me further by seeking. But emphasizing growth, learning new things, challenging myself, taking myself out of my comfort zone. I don't feel important when I mess things up. It's embarrassing when you try something new and you fail at it, but it's definitely what I need right
Failing forward, baby. Right? It's all
now.
about, and I love the winners always failings more than the losers, right? And
Mhm.
actually the winners are losing more than the losers when you think about it. It's just a matter of perspective. And when it comes down to entrepreneurship, all the millionaires and billionaires, they don't care about failing. They're just like, no, I'm just going forward and, get in the way, bottlenecks or whatever. I'm going to face you. I'm going to keep going. So I love that mentality. And I'm challenging you to, to face those bottlenecks, to face those hurdles head first, and not being afraid of failing and failing forward on a daily basis as an objective, and as kind of like a motto in a way, Awesome. Caitlin.
Oh, okay. So I would say right now, I'm definitely in the, certainty zone. And I do think, I mean, in terms of my like close circle and relationships, I focus on the love piece, but I could definitely open that up to more in my community. And I think that things I want to shift into is definitely like the growth and contribution are two things that are probably very important to me in the next chapter.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Polly.
Right now, I think I'm the same certainty. I'm like clinging on because if we go back to the hero, I'm like where like the fear is like a big cloud right now. So I would like to get to variety. Doug, what you said was super inspirational, even though it was long. I appreciated it because it's literally where I want to be. So like it's kind of like seeing what my future can look like because next year I'm moving to Brazil. So super inspirational. Thank you so much for that. And that's kind of what I want to feel is adventure and not fear.
Amazing. And it comes with losing all your hair at the same time, though. Be careful. Okay, guys. Thanks for sharing. And the tidbits and the 2 cents of Tony Robbins when it comes down to living a happy life. According to him, you gotta have growth and contribution in your top three at all time. And obviously there's ups and downs. We have small little seasons of certainty, significance, and all those things. But if you focus on growth and contribution moving forward, or if it's part of your thought process, according to him, and it does make sense, you're going to live a fulfilling and purposeful life in a way. So just to finish this slide, I want you to think about it, and it does make sense. And for me, if you add love on top of this, obviously variety is something important, but the certainty and significance are, we need to be careful with those two, mostly those two, because if it's not part of the equation, if our egos are not running the show with the fears, the limiting beliefs, and kind of like the imposter syndrome, then it shows that we're ready to grow, we're ready to take action, and becoming our best versions every day. Okay, we have 15 minutes. Let me just put back a little bit. Okay. So we live the life we focus on. This is something that does make sense. And for whatever reason, sometimes we don't take that step back or that bird view of our situations, our lives, and we focus on problems, fears, doubt that creates stress and paralysis. And the positive focus would be opportunities, gratitude, solutions, creates energy and growth. And obviously, I always talk about the angle, the perspective, the lens, the type of lens you look at each situations, whether it's the present or the past. There's always, the glass can always be half full. And even if it's just 5% instead of 50%, we can focus on that 5% if we desire, right? It's a choice that we have. And you might tell me, Alex, it's easier said than done. Yes, it's easier said than done, but it's possible. It is possible here. So I want you to look at it quickly. If you feel like you're navigating in a sea of problems, of fear, of doubt, and the emotions and the reaction, right? Being reactive here and emotional with stress and paralysis. Compared to having a different lens or using a different lens or tweaking our mindset for a growth mindset instead of a limited mindset. And obviously it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So it's always the baby step, the micro win to create momentum. And as entrepreneurs, because most of you guys are entrepreneurs or you're going to become entrepreneurs, we need to be problem solvers on so many levels, on every levels of your life, every layers. We need to be bomb diffusers in relationships. We need to be problem solvers, because if we're solving problem in the market, then guess what? You're going to have an offer, you're going to have a product, and you're going to have a business that will thrive and will grow because you focus on the pain points of the market, and you're going to see opportunities. You're going to be grateful. You're going to bring solutions, right? The desired outcome in your market. And it's all about perspective here. What we have versus what we're missing. Raise your hand right now, or Polly and Caitlin, maybe you can say me. Are you focusing on, so raise your hand, whoever is focusing on what we have right now. Doug, Polly, and Caitlin, are you focusing on what you have right now? Yes or no?
No.
Caitlin?
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay. So I got Doug who raised his hand. So what we have, gratitude unlocks energy, and we can add potential, growth unlocks action, unlocks serving others, sharing, right? And if we focus on what we're missing, meaning maybe living a little bit more in the future, a little bit less in the now, as Doug, the nowist master, guru, I don't know how we're gonna have to put a title somewhere at some point, Doug, or not. Oh, not at all. So think about it, guys. If you focus on what you're missing, you're draining your energy. You're not living in the present moment, in the now. You're not focusing on the present action. You're not focusing on the step ahead. You just look at that big mountain, that steep hill in front of you. And since you look at it that way, guess who's winning? Your comfort zone is winning. Your 1.0 self is winning. The procrastinator is winning. The good excuses on top of good excuses. This is the world we live in when we focus on what's missing. Someone wants to share a little mini breakthrough right now with connecting the dots with what you're seeing on the screen.
Can I just share something to clarify?
Absolutely.
No. I just want to be clear that the fact that I am I'm in what I have and not in what's missing. It's not something that comes easy to me. It's literally work that I have to do every day. It's like going to the gym. In fact, I literally had to print myself up a journal that I printed out so that I could every day wake up and write. I write one thing that's working in all of the areas of my life. So I have like a little wheel there and I go through the wheel and I have to do this every fucking day because if I don't do this work, if I don't keep these muscles limber, I will absolutely contract back into focusing on what's missing. Because that's the world we live in. We are in a cult of more. You always must focus on what's missing so that you'll get out there. So yeah, I just want to say that I don't want anybody in the session today to get the impression oh, that's just something that comes easy to me. It does not come easy to me, and that's why I have to work my ass off every morning.
Thanks for sharing, Doug. Someone else wants to share.
I can share. I think, when it comes to gratitude, I am always, being grateful for like my family and my husband and, supportive relationships about that. But when it comes to like myself and building my business, I think that's where the negative energy comes in and things like that. So I need to take, a page from Doug's book and also just think of myself as my own friend, how I would talk to them and support them in their journey. I need to keep, reminding myself that as well.
Amazing, amazing. Thanks for sharing. Someone else? All right. So obviously, writing down 3 things you already have that you once wished for. It helps kind of like see your growth, where you're at now, and to be grateful for this journey, even if you're at the beginning of it, even if it's just you're just 1 week in. Caitlin and Polly, we've just started our work together, but you can already think about 3 things, right? Even if it takes you a bit more time than what you would hope for, it's a marathon, it's a baby step process, and it's all about the compound effect of being 1% better every day will lead you to amazing, amazing accomplishment. Okay, Tony Robbins has 3 daily questions. I added my own little spice in it, and I want you guys to try to figure out which of those 4 comes from Coach Alex and wasn't part of Tony Robbins' mantra or what he's doing on a daily basis with his priming or whatever. So who thinks it's number 1? The only thing that it's from Coach Alex. Nobody thinks it's number 1. Okay, who thinks it's number 2? No one. Who thinks it's number 3? I have Eldridge. Okay, who thinks it's number 4?
Polly said it was number 3 too.
Okay, Paulisa number 3. Joel number 4. No, Joel number 3. Number 3, Doug. Okay, you guys, I guess you guys know me if even if some of you guys haven't worked with me. So what could get in the way? For whatever reason, for me, it does make sense in there because, okay, so today, what am I going to focus on? All right, so we talk about frogs in our language. Um, what there, where there's friction, we need to create some momentum with the power 15 or whatever routine that you have, and then you face that frog. You face the friction in a way. What does it mean? So what does it mean to take these actions? Are we aligned? Are we clear with the directions we're going in? Is it truly pushing, the needle when it comes down to whatever we're focusing on, business-wise or personal-wise? And the third one from Tony Robbins, what am I going to do? So what is it the action that I'm going to take? And why I added what could get in the way? Because I want us to be aware. I want us to be awake and to understand our old self, our patterns, our triggers. And for me, this is the fight, knowing what can get in the way and to prep ourselves to act a certain way or to be proactive instead of being reactive in a way, right? And obviously, this is kind of like thinking about the future in a way, right? But for me, it's thinking a bit about the future, living in the present moment by being proactive and not reactive so that we can canalize our emotions or prepare ourselves to deal with our emotions a little bit better, if it makes sense. Someone wants to share your take on it. All right. Let's keep going. I think this is one of our last slides. Where is your focus? Is it the past? Is it the present? Or is it the future? So I'm going to ask you guys to raise your hand or to say me or yes if you're living more in the past, living more in the present. Obviously, Doug, we're not going to ask you. You cannot answer this question, Doug. Sorry. Or are you living in the future? So who's living in the past? You can raise your hand or say me. Okay. Who's living in the present? Who feels that you're truly living in the present?
I just want to say, I'm sorry, but I have to say this because it's a game. It's a game. It's a game of remember, forget, in my opinion. You remember, you forget. You remember, you forget. And so I don't ever want to say to the world, oh, I always remember to be completely in the room that I'm in and never get stuck in my head. That would be bullshit. So it just depends on when you get me.
Thanks for sharing. Who's living in the future? So I have, okay, Polly, I have Caitlin, Joel, and Nedril. Polly, are you living in the present, future, or the past?
I'm in the future.
Okay. I was in the future too, or I'm still in the future, I would say. But I'm working my ass off, creating an environment to make sure that I'm living 80%. And I give myself this percentage, and it's something I want you guys to think about. For me, 80-20 makes sense in this case, meaning 80% in the present and still 20% in the future, because I kind of want to connect the dots with my present action. But even 20% seems a lot for me. I could be doing 90-10, to be honest with you guys. But I want you guys to think about it. right? What's the lower amount of percentage that you would, or you could, or you should, or you will put towards the future, and obviously focusing on the present. This is what it's all about, according to me. With the work you're doing with me or with yourself, it's all about taking actions and knowing where you're going, obviously having that North Star, that big why. But then once you have that clarity, you go back to the present. Okay, we have 2 minutes, and sadly, I have a client in 2 minutes, so I'm gonna have to let you go quickly. The closing anchor: a hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself. So obviously here it's all about contribution, according to me, when it comes down to the needs. So I really appreciate you guys. I wanna really be thankful for you showing up, and for you showing up for yourself as well, right? Because obviously it's not always easy. We have, some of you don't know me for long, and you don't know each other. So I really appreciate you guys jumping in and sharing with all of us. And I do hope that you're going to be present next week or in 2 weeks. I want to do this every week. So thanks, thousands of thanks to all of you guys. And hopefully I'll see you engaging in the community. I will engage more. This is part of my challenge. So thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Nice meeting
Thanks,
you,
Coach.
Rich.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Ciao, guys. Have a good one.